A new digital artwork will bring images of Brooklyn buildings and streets to the Barclays Center. All Day by OpenEndedGroup allows viewers to do a virtual flyover over some of the borough's neighborhoods, thanks to a series of photos one of its creators shot from the roof of the arena and other buildings. The result is a dreamy, moving image that will play on the outdoor screen known as the Oculus and 5 screens inside the arena.
It's essentially an homage to Brooklyn, to the area surrounding Barclays Center, which is in fact an odd new kind of center there.
OpenEndedGroup is made up of 3 artists, Paul Kaiser, Mark Downey, and Shelley Eshkar. Eshkar shot the thousands of photos of the area's more typical architecture that were used in the project. They were then fed into a computer program.
What the software does is it compares each photograph with every other one in that particular space or scene, finds all the points in common, and from that it can create what's called a point cloud, a 3-dimensional representation of all the points in common.
From there, a virtual camera can move around the imagery to animate it, creating shots from different perspectives. What results is an unusual look at the city.
You see the Brooklyn Bell Tower, you see some intersection you recognize. You'll see the very typical brownstone stoops, trees, backyard with laundry, things like this. The odd thing is you get a more abstracted, painterly or draftsman view of the city, almost as if one you're remembering or dreaming. And yet, anyone familiar with the scene can recognize particular buildings and know that they're real. And even for someone who doesn't know Brooklyn but knows a bit about New York will recognize that building and the newsstand in it and the cars parked around and the light going over it as being, absolutely quintessentially New York.
The project has an element of surveillance, but images of actual people are few and far between because the program captures things that are still, or nearly still. Kaiser says the idea is to give people a new perspective when they walk outside, to allow them to see Brooklyn through a different kind of lens.